Well, hello, my friends. I'm here with Mariah Garcia. She is the Director of Operations and Events for Midlands Humane Society. Mariah, thank you so much for joining me today.
Yes, thank you for having me. Great to be here.
Well, we're talking about the holidays, but let's first just touch on the mission of Midlands Humane Society.
Yes, so we are the first nonprofit humane society in Council Bluffs. We have been around since 2015, and we have been making waves ever since. So we are getting animals in and out for adoption, returning home to their families if they've been lost. We are providing big services to the community as far as microchipping and many other things we're very excited about.
Yeah. Well, as you probably know, and I know the viewers know, I have a sweet little girl that I adopted back in 2018. And little Sunny Sunshine, she's a blind kitty, and she is just shining rays of sun all over the place. So with that being said, so you have something called Bark Friday that launched the day after Thanksgiving, going through the end of December. So tell us what that's about and how we can, how we can help the organization.
Yes, so Bark Friday is our end of the year fundraising campaign. Very exciting time for us, kind of closing out the year with a bang, we like to say. So we are really focusing on raising funds for kind of getting us kickstarted for 2023. We have a big medical program that we just launched this year with a new veterinarian, which is very exciting. And that comes with a lot of costs. So
Yep.
this fundraiser is so beneficial in helping us raise funds for medical equipment to provide necessary surgeries and different type of treatments for the animals in our care. And we're very excited to be able to offer that now. So
Yeah, and honestly, I'm on your website right here, which is why I'm looking over this way. You've got a great website. You can do a one-time donation, or you can also opt to do monthly. So you guys have made it so easy for us to give back.
yay. Yeah, and we are doing this to the end of the year. So even if, Black Friday shopping wasn't in the budget this year for giving, you can still give through the end of December. So a few weeks left to definitely donate if you're interested.
So let me ask you this: Are you just taking financial donations? Can people drop off cat food or kitty treats or doggy toys?
Yes, so we do have a monetary goal of 50,000.
Okay.
And we do have a matching fund from generous donors,
Yeah.
up to almost $11,000, which we're very excited about.
Yeah.
However, we always need help with cat food, dog food, litter, toy treats, all of the above, you name it. We are happy and grateful to accept any donation given to us. So
Yeah, and I know sometimes when you're out shopping, again, I know financial donations are so important, but if you're out shopping and doing some Christmas shopping and you're in the pet aisle, it's fun, especially if you have little kids, to, select some toys and thinking that, hey, I'm donating this to the Humane Society.
And we're happy if kiddos come in with donations, to let them hand them out themselves and kind of revel in the feel good, So we are grateful for any donation.
All right. Well, Mariah, thank you so much for joining me. Again, this is just short, sweet, wanting to let our viewers know how they can contribute back, especially those animal lovers out there. And also, I think we're all animal lovers, but from every walk of life. And website is midlandshumanesociety.org. And again, you've got a great page for Bark Friday. So
thank you.
All right. And folks, we will be right back. Well, my friends, I'm excited to be here with Jill Orton. She is the regional executive for the American Red Cross. Jill, it's so great to see you.
Hi again, Andy. So wonderful to be in your company again today.
Yeah. Well, we're here. It's the holiday season, and I know the Red Cross has so many things all year round, how people can contribute and the needs and who you serve. But let's just take a look at, let's just first the mission of the Red Cross and then talk about some things people can do over the holidays.
Will do. So the mission of the Red Cross is to alleviate human suffering. And so what does that really mean? It's a life-saving mission where we impact individuals, and a lot of times it's around disaster work that people think about. So just know to just even today, we have reports in Omaha, 2 fires happening where families going into the holiday are not going to have anywhere to stay. And that's very devastating. It's so personal. And that is an example of the work that the Red Cross does in our communities each and every day.
So for that example, because I know that happens, it's very unexpected. I mean, like a lot of disasters and tragedies, but are you looking, is it more from a money perspective, which I know is always what you want, or can people drop off items? I mean, what's the best way to help?
Well, thank you for asking. We really always balance mission and margin. So, of course, money is always an important part of what we do, as any nonprofit mission falls into. But also, the big thing you can do is volunteer time, and or become a blood donor.
Yeah.
And so, those are 3 action items that families and or individuals can get involved in. It is being able to make a difference, whether it by donating, for example, those affected by a disaster, $100 goes toward a family of 2 being in a shelter for food and shelter for a day. So that just gives you an example of how the money can apply. A blood donation of whole blood, and only 3% of those that are eligible donate blood, because that's a little scary. And so if you are 16 years or older, it is something that I would encourage everybody to consider doing, because a blood donation can potentially save 3 lives. And the health of our community relies on blood donation because it cannot be manufactured. It is something that has to be donated by someone else in order to save a life.
3% of the people that can give blood do give blood.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's something to really think about. I'm going to actually think about that. So, wow. And then let's talk about volunteering.
Yes. So the Red Cross has volunteer activities in a lot of different areas. Where we're really concentrating that makes a difference in our communities are in the 2 areas we were talking about: disaster and becoming a disaster action team member. We train all our volunteers to be where their heart calls them. Could be managing things such as logistical cots and blankets. It could be, I'm really good with people and I want to help engage our volunteers that say yes. It could be, I am good at able to greet people and make them feel welcome. We would then assign individuals to help us with our blood donation centers so that they could come in and be blood donor ambassadors for us. Those are just great examples that start out, and we ask the questions where the need is greatest for us. But you know what? I regularly recruit board members and community volunteer leaders because I want to hear in our communities, where are the gaps? Where should we be? Who should we be partnering with? And who knows that best is my board members. So again, goes the gamut of different opportunities, but money, time, and blood are really what we ask for. It's quite a bit.
Yeah, well, but that's great, because people can, knowing that and putting yourself, where can you best, where could I best plug myself into? I mean, you can do more than one, obviously, but
absolutely.
But that's great. Oh my gosh, great information. So thank you so much for joining me today. We're out of time, but quickly, website.
Yes, it is redcross.org or redcrossblood.org. So you can go either way. We have 1-800 Red Cross you can call, or we're very savvy with the Red Cross apps on your phone.
Okay, wonderful to know that too. Wow, great information again for the holiday season and then going into 2023 and throughout the year. So Jill, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having me, Andy.
I'm excited to be here with Robert Patterson. He is the CEO of Kids Can Community Center. Robert, it's so good to see you.
So good to see you too.
Well, we're here to talk about the holidays, how people can contribute back to the organization. But first, tell us about the mission of Kids Can.
Sure. At Kids Can, our mission is to educate, engage, and inspire children through early childhood care and out-of-school experiences. So at our main center, that means, right now, kids as young as 18 months up to 5 years old for childcare, toddler, preschool, pre-K. And for our school agers, that means before school, after school, full day program anytime school is closed, like right now during the Thanksgiving breaks or summer breaks or spring breaks. Not everybody has grandma down the street to kind of help them out. So we want to make sure we're there for families during that time. And then in addition to that, we're at 7 school sites doing after school programs in North and South Omaha, most of them in North Omaha. So we've had quite a bit of expansion just in the past 10 years or so.
Wow. Yeah, I know you have had quite a bit, and there's even a bigger story coming up. But let's talk about, so for the holidays, how can people contribute, whether financially or bringing actual gifts? Let us know.
Absolutely. So yeah, obviously we love the financial gifts, especially at the end of the year. It helps us. We pass that on to our families. As you know, with childcare at our center, not all families have childcare subsidies, and some people have private pay, but a lot of people fall in that gap in the middle, and we like to use people's donations to kind of give scholarships to those families, and especially during the holidays and especially during hardships. So we have a special hardship scholarship. So as we know, sometimes it only takes one event, either medical something or kind of a job change to really disrupt a family's life. And so we want to make sure that the child's care and continuity is not disrupted just because life around them is changing. So definitely, yeah, donations, whether it be on Giving Tuesday or after, we'll definitely accept those. So, and right now our holidays this year are a little bit different because we are gearing up for our new building. So we will be in our new building January 4th. So right now all roads lead to that for staff.
Sure.
And I could talk a little bit more about that, but what we're most excited, obviously, new building, obviously it's going to be a better quality programming. We're going to double our capacity, double the number of kids we're able to serve. And for the first time, we're going to expand down to infant care. Infant care is hugely expensive, no matter what income you make, that we really wanted to kind of do our part and kind of expand our pipeline for families for childcare there.
That's so exciting. And I know we're going to have a much deeper conversation about that once you get into the building. But again, that costs money, and because you're going to be able to serve so many more children, that requires more funds.
Absolutely. The other thing we're kind of pushing this year is to give the gift of mentoring. So there's a program that really took a hit because of COVID, it was mentoring, and not just a Kids Can, but all of our mentoring organizations. Now that we're kind of back to our new normal of in-person, we're really ready to kind of reboot that. We've hired a new mentoring coordinator, and we have great mentoring spaces in our new building that are specifically made kind of little mentoring niches. So I really ask people, an hour a week or 4 hours a month. Sometimes it seems like a lot. We certainly find time for Netflix
Sure.
every weekend. So I said it can be done. But knowing that one-on-one impact that you're making on a child is just, it is so huge compared to anything else that you can do. So I really say, if you can give the gift of mentoring, give the gift of time this year, this is something that will really make a difference.
Yeah, I'm so glad you brought that up, Robert. Well, thank you so much for chatting with me. Again, a quick chat, but at the end of the year, people are looking to give back. Again, 24/7, 365. It's always needed, but just putting a little bug in their ear. So kids can, my friends, kids can. So Robert, thank you so much.
Thank you. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. And folks, we'll be right back. Well, hello, my friends. I'm so excited to be here with Father Stephen Bass. He is with he's with Boys Town, and we're here to talk about the holidays. Welcome, Father, but let's talk about the mission first.
Sure, Andy. Well, I think people might be kind of surprised about the mission of Boys Town. Our mission is actually to change the way America cares for children and families. So this goes right back to Father Flanagan.
Yeah.
Not only did he provide a real excellent level of care for the kids of his day, he did something very unique. He welcomed kids of every race, nationality, and religion to live, work, play, and go to school together. That was illegal in Omaha 100 years ago because of Jim Crow laws. So,
wow. Okay.
Yep. So he went into the cornfield and started his own town. The reason
Okay.
Boys Town's a town is because of racism in America and here in Omaha. So he really was a reformer from the very beginning. And he worked really hard to change the system nationally, not just to take great care of kids, but to care for every kid in America. So he advocated for example, for good health care for kids that included behavioral health. He wanted kids to have an excellent education that wasn't based on a punishment model, right? He said famously, there's no bad boys, only bad environment, bad training, bad example. He promoted the creation of juvenile courts and said, let's send kids to a place like Boys Town instead of leaving them in prison. And then he advocated for passing child labor laws, which shut down all the orphanages and reform schools. And these were forced labor homes, and they were all shut down by child labor laws. And then he advocated for the creation of a system of science-based, effective care for traumatized kids. So we still do that through our research, our healthcare, our youth care, and we positively impact the lives of about 500,000 kids a year at Boys Town. So
Wow.
we're still doing that work. Yeah.
That, I mean, first of all, that's amazing. You know, I know the history, but you just gave me some additional information that I actually did not know. So
Cool.
wow. Well, you know what, as we enter the holiday season here, it is a special time, and let's talk about what makes it special at Boys Town.
Well, we have some really special activity that are just for the kids on campus. So for example, December 4th, we'll have a play put on by the kids, an O. Henry play called Gift of the Magi. And then afterwards, we go out into the street and Santa arrives on a fire truck, and then there's reindeer and hot chocolate. So that's a fun day. On December 7th, we have a holiday concert by Ben Schaefer. He's a musician and that does a great job with holiday music for the kids. December 9th, the Boys Town Choir, which we call Voices of Boys Town, will be caroling on campus for all the employees and the kids. And then we also have some activities that we're inviting the general public to. So from December 1 to the end of January, the Christmas season, we have what's called Irish Christmas at Father Flanagan's house.
Okay.
So we decorate his house up with Christmas decor, and you can go online at boystown.org and find the times. December 11th, there's a cool concert put on by the Omaha Chamber Singers. It's called Gaudete, which means joy. And it's at 3 p.m. at Dowd Chapel on December 11th. And everybody's welcome to attend. Wonderful concert. Then December 19th, we're hosting a Hanukkah parade. The Chabad House is going to stop by at 4 p.m. on the 19th out in front of the Hall of History. We're going to light up the Hanukkah candles on campus. We have a big display during that season. Really fun stuff.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So many activities and really fun stuff. And I know this time of year, I mean, need is 24/7, 365, but, you know, speaking to just this time of year, wanting to chat with you, how can people help? what are some things that you need that they can contribute to Boys Town?
Sure. Well, probably the easiest way people could help us at Boys Town is by making a donation at boystown.org. I know it sounds simple, I mean, but it really makes a difference. And every little bit helps. And we have a big need at Boys Town. For example, we're building a new education center on campus. We knocked down the old high school and we're going to put all the kids in a brand new school, which will open next fall. But that school will cost about $50 million.
Yeah.
So even though we have a big budget and we do lots of fundraising, we have a big endowment, we have a big mission too, and lots of needs for the kids.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you so much for joining me today for this quick conversation about Boys Town. Learned some things, I'm sure the viewers did as well, and how we can contribute during the holidays with all the activities you have going on. So thank you so much, Father Stephen.
Thank you. It's wonderful to talk to you.
And folks, we will be right back. Well, welcome back, my friends. I'm excited to be here with Jason Gertis. He is the Executive Director of the Nebraska Lutheran Outdoor Ministries. Jason, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you, Andy. I really appreciate it.
Well, let's just first talk about the mission of the organization and who do you serve?
Yeah, so our mission is very simple. It's faith alive. And so at Nebraska Lutheran Outdoor Ministries, we serve, we started as a summer camp and specifically looking at introducing young people into the Christian faith and helping those that have church families grow in that, and then being a place that helps people grow into community. And we strive to let people know that we live out our faith in ways that show everyone that they belong and they're loved by God. And it's pretty awesome to get to do that.
Yeah.
So we so we get to see serve children and families and adults throughout the summertime, and people of all ages as they come out for group gatherings all year round. It's an amazing ministry. Yeah, and
it's beautiful out there. I will admit it's been a couple years since I've been there, but it's just absolutely beautiful to be surrounded by all of that. Well, we're talking to you today. A lot of people are looking at, it's the end of the year, though giving is 24/7, 365. But, what can people do to contribute to your organization in the last 2 weeks?
So we heavily rely on the support of others, and we have such a generous group of people that have made our ministry possible. And so first and foremost, year-end giving is very, very important for all of us as nonprofits. So we offer people the opportunity to go to our website at NLOM.org. And our big push for the Giving Tuesday season, as well as just year-end giving, is making sure every child that wants to come to camp has that opportunity. So kind of like scholarships, we have camperships.
Okay.
And every child deserves the opportunity to come and be in nature, be surrounded in a loving community, and grow in their faith. And so we strive to make that possible for every child to have that experience. And so that's what the biggest thing that donors do for us, in addition to sustaining our ministry and hiring staff and building facilities, is making sure that kids have that opportunity.
And let me ask you this might not necessarily be at the end of year, but do you have, are there volunteer opportunities?
There are, yeah. So we have volunteers that come and work with us year round, anywhere from maintaining our property, doing mowing and grounds maintenance, to helping us in the office with maintenance, or our fundraisers that we do year round for fundraising events and other things, in addition to doing some of the program stuff that we do with kids and adults. So volunteers are very important to us.
And let me ask you, because we've got like one more minute, and we can get a lot in a minute. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the programs? Like, what are kind of your key programs that you have?
So we run 8 weeks of summer camp in the months
Okay.
of June and July. And our programs are both day retreats or day camp for kids, as well as residential camp where they're staying overnight. And if they're coming independently, that can start as early after first grade. It goes all the way through 12th grade. And
Okay.
then we have programs, a program we just renamed this year called Connect.
Okay.
And it's formerly known as our Grand Camp.
Mhm.
That's a program that can start with youth age 5 into early elementary grades, and where a special adult can come with a younger person, really to not only introduce them to camp, but really have that one-on-one special time with that adult, either a 24 or a 48-hour experience. But
Okay.
just a fun time,
Yeah.
no matter how you connect with our ministry. Especially got 2 camps, Carol Joy Hauling in eastern Nebraska, Sullivan Hills in western Nebraska.
Okay. Well, again, like I said earlier, I mean, what an amazing organization you have. I know you do so much for so many, and we'll definitely talk to you after the first of the year and really dive into some other things, including your gala. And you've got a lot of different things going on. So, so I just want to thank you for joining me today, taking the time, and wishing you, a happy holiday, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity.
You are welcome.